Am I the asshole for yelling at my nurse for her prank? My first Reddit post, sorry for my ramble in advance. After getting some blood work done at a doctor's appointment, I, 34F, was waiting for my doctor to return, when a nurse came in. She congratulated me on my positive pregnancy results and said along the lines of, "Oh sorry, I should wait for the doctor to go over everything." I was stunned. I felt so many emotions at once and I started just sobbing instantly. My husband and I had decided 6 months prior that we should try to start a family. I lost him October 2020 to a car accident. The idea of him living on, even in that split second, had me so overcome that like I said I broke down. Happy as hell, but still crying. Not even 5 seconds later she said, "Oh don't cry, I am literally just messing with you, haha, don't worry, you're not pregnant, haha, I can tell you don't want kids, haha, whatever that means." Now I am not proud of this, but I lost my shit. I called her a cunt and said some pretty awful things before leaving, not even waiting for the doctor to come back. Now, I am thinking I am a complete asshole for laying into a young nurse who I assume was just trying to lighten the mood and would have no idea what I've been through with pregnancies. Not the asshole. What she did was very unprofessional. I would honestly file a complaint even. Go back. Raise a complaint. She is not fit to be a nurse. Jesus Christ, how is that even remotely funny? Not the asshole. That was really unprofessional and cruel of her. Pregnancy is never a joke. No, not the asshole, she was so unprofessional. Your situation is exactly why you don't make jokes like that, OMFG. I would be filing a complaint with her office. And I am so sorry for the loss of your husband. Awful for it to happen at any time, but extra tough to have to deal with in the middle of a pandemic. Not the asshole. She should know better. This is exactly why pregnancy isn't something to be joked about. I am so sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. That's one of the most unprofessional things I've ever heard. You should make sure the doctor, her boss, knows about it. If this was the first time she decided to prank a patient, she should make sure she never does it again, and if this wasn't her first time, she probably needs to find a new career. I have no traumas or losses like yours, and if someone did that to me, I'd probably curse them out too. You're not overreacting. Not the asshole. You need to report her not only to her place of employment but the nursing association in your country. This is out of line and a breach of medical ethics. Oh my god. Not the asshole. That is a seriously fucked up thing she did, and regardless of the situation was not appropriate. You need to call the office and file a complaint about her unethical and unprofessional conduct. This is completely horrible to do to anyone because you have no idea what their life is and how they would react to news like that. People have killed themselves over harmless pranks like that. What a horrible person. Not the asshole. I am so sorry for your loss. I can't even imagine losing my wife. Not the asshole. While I get your embarrassment from yelling at her, I don't think it wasn't unwarranted. Even if she didn't know it, what she did was cruel. She doesn't know you, and you are a patient. She is in a professional setting and shouldn't be lying to patients as jokes. Hopefully it will be a lesson to her. Sorry for your loss, op. Not the asshole. What she did was incredibly unprofessional and should be reported to her employer immediately. It's entirely up to you, but you really should consider reporting her. Her comments were insensitive and cruel, and caused you unnecessary pain and grief during what I imagine is already an emotionally draining time for you. If you report her, you won't be doing it just for yourself, you'll also be saving other future women from the pain she caused you. Because she will likely do this again. Lastly, you weren't being mean. You had an emotional reaction to a cruel joke, and your reaction was absolutely warranted. I am so sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. If someone did that to me, I would try to get them fired. How fucking dare she? You have every right to be furious. File complaints. Make a scene. Be an absolute thorn so she never again thinks this is acceptable or funny. She is a legit asshole for that sad joke. Not the asshole. That's a touchy subject at the best of times. I can't believe someone in that position who must see people's reaction to that news, positive or negative, would think that is appropriate. Sorry you had to deal with that, and I'm even more sorry about your husband. Hope you're doing okay. Not the asshole, what she did was very wrong. Not the asshole, so unprofessional of her. Patients are in a vulnerable position in a doctor's office. They need to feel safe and welcome. Pranks don't belong in a doctor's office, period. And the doctor needs to know what the nurse said, because what she did was deeply upsetting. People believe this? Not the asshole. Please say something. That is outrageously inappropriate behavior on her part. It used to be part of my job to give pregnancy test results, and I would never, ever, ever, lighten the mood by lying about them. That is a fireable offense. Not the asshole. Show back up there and request a conference with her and your doctor. The very best outcome that nurse could have anticipated was very bad. Not the asshole. That has got to be one of the most unprofessional things you can say. I'm so sorry, op. Not the asshole. Pregnancy pranks aren't funny at all. You never know what the person is going through. Not the asshole. Holy cow, that was incredibly unprofessional of her. I would report her to the clinic because that's not okay. I'm so sorry for your loss, op. All of the hugs. Not the asshole. That was incredibly unprofessional and rude of her to say. She doesn't know you personally and doesn't know your history, so to make a joke like that was incredibly short-sighted. Not the asshole. Holy Mother of God. That's one of the worst things I've ever heard here. Report her. Call the doctor up right now and tell them. Please tell the doctor. Not the asshole. That was incredibly unprofessional. Pregnancy is a massive thing and it could be amazing or terrible news to someone. You don't joke about stuff like that. Either someone gets terrified for a second or their heart gets broken a moment later. Where's the joke? Not the asshole. That was highly unprofessional of the nurse. You should consider filing a complaint with her employer and the Board of Licensure for Nurses. Be specific in your complaint and its impact on you. Condolences on your loss. OMG, she's such ta. I feel so bad for you. She deserved those names, and if I'd been there, I'd have shouted it at her along with you. You're right, she'd have no idea what you've been through. That's exactly why she should never have joked about being pregnant. Who does that? I'm so sorry for your loss. I wish you a speedy recovery and happiness. NTA. I have chewed out DRS before because I don't want kids and they think they have a right to say what I should be doing with my uterus. I even had one try chewing me out for getting my tubes removed by pulling the "well, what would your husband think" card. He was there with me and brought a fat-ass cheeseburger to my high ass. What she did was so wrong. They don't know what you're going through, if you're crying and happy, if you're dead-ass scared, if it's impossible or a miracle, and her doing that is day one no stuff. Personally, I'd report her, but what you did is fine too. So not the asshole. I hope you informed her, the office manager, and your doctor why that joke was in poor taste. To add insult to injury, she said, I can tell you don't want kids. Flushed, astonished face. Not even 5 seconds later she said, oh, don't cry. I am literally just messing with you, haha, don't worry, you're not pregnant, haha, I can tell you don't want kids, haha. This is absolute BS. NTA. What? She needs to be reported to the board. That's license revocation stuff. Not the asshole. I'm a medical assistant. Sometimes I joke around with my patients, but you've gotta read the room. If it seems like they're not in a laughing mood, then don't try to. My jokes are cheesy. Like really cheesy. When I have a patient sign a waiver, I say, great, now I own your car and house. Gets a good laugh. And 3, I would never joke like that. That's beyond unprofessional. In fact, I don't even see how something like this could even be funny. Report her ass and request that another nurse see you from now on. You can do that. Absolutely not the asshole. Report her. Not the asshole. You just taught a young nurse a valuable lesson. People don't come to the hospital for her jokes. NTA. OMG, that isn't a prank. Report her op. Not the asshole. This isn't okay. Nurses who also have good bedside manner and can lighten the room with a joke are amazing, but this wasn't that. This wasn't okay on any level at all, regardless of the situation. Medical professionals should not make jokes about medical results. I'm sorry for your loss. WTF, is this even real? Why didn't you report this immediately? If this actually happened, then it's beyond fucked up. Not the asshole by any stretch of the imagination. This person had horrible judgment and hurt you badly. Talk to the clinic manager, but perhaps an attorney as well. Bullshit. Not the asshole. That was completely unprofessional of her. And unkind. And just generally in terrible taste. As a nurse, she should know better than to make stupid, thoughtless jokes like that about something as emotionally laden as pregnancy, especially with patients who she clearly doesn't even know well enough to know their backstory. Oh my God, not the asshole. You have more restraint than I do. I'm so sorry. Someone though that could be funny in any capacity. Everyone sucks here. I don't think this is even real though. Not the asshole. That was very unprofessional of her. I would have gotten her ass fired. Not the asshole. I'm a nurse. Don't tolerate this asshole behavior and report it. Chances are this person probably has other complaints. Literally, the first thing I was taught when I was an MA, long ago, was to deliver the news of a positive pregnancy test with a blank face because, and I quote, not everyone is happy to hear they are pregnant. So no, congratulations. No, you must be so happy. Just deliver the news and let them know the doctor will be in shortly. I'd have immediately asked for the doctor and the manager. Not the asshole. I'm a nurse and this is completely unprofessional. You should definitely report her. Not the asshole. What the nurse did was extremely unprofessional. Call your doctor to calmly report what happened. Even file a complaint with the nursing board. At the very least, she should be reprimanded for this behavior. Not the asshole. I'm a nurse, and would never ever do what she did. Report her. Not the asshole. Call the doctor and file a complaint. She needs to be reported before she hurts someone else like she hurt you. Not the asshole. That is completely unacceptable as a prank. Usually I am not in the snitch to their boss school of thought, but honestly this feels fireable. Not the asshole. OMG, what was she thinking? You should report her to the office. If she did it to you, she will do it to someone else. What if she did that to someone in an abusive relationship and people freaked out? File a complaint with the Board of Nursing in your state. This is so grossly unprofessional, it's beyond the pale. And complain to your MD, the head of the practice if they are a different person, and or the chief medical officer. If hospital-based and there is a patient advocate to talk to, I would complain to them too. This sucks. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Not the asshole.